Shauna. I'm the founder and producer of CareFreeBlackGirl Podcast. So again, we have a podcast. It's called Carefree Black Girl, where we discuss all things carefree, black, and girl. So thank you. Somebody do the tag. I love that. Okay, so we do have a group of multifaceted black femmes from the Shauna area, and we talk about all things black women. So today I invited my host to have a conversation on black women and community and the importance of that during this era. So y'all ready for that conversation? Okay, I feel that energy. Okay, cool. So without further ado, I want to welcome to the stage our hosts. We have 4 hosts, but today we have 3 with us. And we're going to Leslie the Tree. Yes, she's going to introduce herself, but I want Shauna to clap her to the stage. Yes. Big man with the building. Next up, we have my girl, Hazell Harvey. Yes, for my girl, Hazell. Yes. And last but not least, certainly not least, my girl, Phoenix Love, Dr. Phoenix Love.
Hi, y'all. So excited to be here at the Carefree Black Girl Cookout. But most importantly, we got an episode for y'all. And, you know, we're just black girls that we're doing our thing and discussing everything carefree, black, and computer. You know, if y'all didn't know, that's the tag. Well, also, if y'all didn't know me, I maybe you're soon to come your favorite veteran or entrepreneur. And I'm having fun don't hear God.
Hey guys, Team Down Harvey, the rhythm of the real and the dawn of God hour. Can I think I'll make some noise real quick?
Come on, y'all, give it up. Entrepreneur, if you come, please.
Right. After the doctor.
Hello, I am Dr. Phoenix Love, your favorite family daddy and dear Erie, and I am so happy to be here with y'all today. Y'all look beautiful. Seriously. Seriously. So, our real conversation today, and what we're focusing on for pretty much the whole episode, is black women in a community and survival. Right? Like, oftentimes, you know, sometimes we're in a room where we're the only, but then we might spot that one black girl or that one confidant in the room that we can just relate to. And we want to show love to that situation. And, you know, also manifest that we have more people in the rooms with us in the future. But I'm sure most of us can relate to being the only, or at least only having that one, you know, black person in a room that can really relate to, right, lady?
Yeah.
And yeah. So, with that being said, has anybody in the audience been the only black girl in the room? Y'all can raise your hand and I'll give a little okay, period. And that's all right. So one of the things that we want to really highlight is the fact that what is common amongst us in those rooms. And I know for me, in my situation as a service member before in a male-dominated space, especially with all white people and all white men, you know, trying to take over, I definitely had to make sure I was grounded in myself and feeling like being the only can be very lonely, you know. So when I do see other black women, whether they're in the same position as me, whether they are wanting mentorship from me, I'm always open to being that person. And I think that just comes with what we just know we can relate on without, you know, words being there. We have things about our our skin color, and, you know, being the only in the room, and the actual positions we are in, the work that we're doing, the skills that we have that our other counterparts in the room just can't do. Have you ever come in that situation? And would y'all like to elaborate on any of that?
Oh, sure. I think one thing for me to remember, and for others as well, I'm in academia. So I have my supervision. Not a lot of period, and even less black women. So sometimes we find ourselves being validated or being pushed into trying to compete with each other. But we don't have to be collaborating on it's enough space. But no matter what industry you're in, there's never enough options. Right. So all in remembering that, and you feel like collaborate with each other. And also remembering that, you know, sometimes it just can't be coming in easy. There's a lot that comes with being a black woman and existing, and You don't have to be friends with everybody in your community to know that y'all are community and that y'all each other and that your boys do differently. And especially during times where it is very difficult and politically unstable, it's very important to remember that. Like, maybe I'm not friends with you, but I still want you to do well over there. Then over here, from over there. You know, and so remembering that community that is more than friendship, and also to remember that we have more in common than we can give other, especially in Black women.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like in my aspect, I think two things. I think one, being a Black woman in the only room, and also being a Black trans woman in the only room. So I think a lot of trying to adapt and different roles with different people. But like, in like 1 minute, I didn't realize, I'm a Black woman now, like being a Black trans woman. Also being a Black trans woman, I gotta understand to respect my other woman and like that. So how I grew up was I grew up around the beach, and the people, were gay and things like that. The other street people. And I kind of just wanted to adapt for them and live my life into them, but also like have to be myself. And now that I'm brought up as an adult, I also learned to adapt to those basics and I have to be comfortable in with them and stuff like ballroom and those things like that. And I do love the fact that ballroom is now an open space where we can accept even people like we have people probably in a willing category and those type of things. I always say, when it comes to me, like, I always judge for things like this, like the CareFreeBlackGirl Podcast and things like that, and actually just like women, Black families as well. So I always think for those people out there that looking to be in the type of danger with things like that.
Yeah, and I think a caveat to that too is that I'm going through a season right now where I'm trying to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I know probably many of us have been in that season or are still trying to push through that DI. And it's even tougher than moving home. And even in my military career, I oftentimes look for Black women that looked like me, that were going through the same thing as me. And like I said, I didn't have that in my unit, and it was very hard to find in that industry. And so I settled a lot of the time for like other mentors or, somebody that at least met something along my demographic, whether they were a Black man in my same position or just someone in my same position or a white woman who was going around as well. So it was difficult to get the full picture, like to find somebody that actually matched my capabilities, my skill set, have my demographic and all the things. And that kind of leads me into the next point with our, community, our Black community and surviving and mentorship. I think that we have so many great opportunities to mentor people that are doing the same things as us. And I think that's time going, like just putting ourselves out there and not being shy and really just finding that one person. Like, it don't have to be a mentorship club. I don't have to make a club out of everything, but like finding one person that matches your fly, that you potentially share some of your experiences and share expertise with. I think it's really going to help elevate our community, and we don't have to be against each other. That's what I feel like you were saying. Like, they oftentimes teach us to compete. And I really feel like we make more progress when we come together if we can share our resources. And yeah, so y'all got anything to add to mentorship?
Yeah. Also, our way is a fight everything you do for that. Pretty much use I just wanted to say, one thing I think that can help with mentorship in the establishing. I know there's a lot of people that's like, know your word, charge your word, know your word. Know your word, but also know the word of others as well. And don't always let, a dollar sign get in the way of that. I think these are really benefits and it's better to collaborate across. And that's not being you're getting something for free, but they may have something you need, and you ain't have no damn free. And if you guys can share, you both can go up and collaborate instead of trying to nickel and dime each other. So I definitely think when you think of mentorship in that way, it can be a two-way thing. Because I've had mentors tell me that they learned a lot from me, and I've learned a lot from them. And you know, I'm a doctor, but I ain't got the doctor money yet. So all I got is one little bit information and put in your work. And I feel like that's got me a long way. Because people have understood that I have given to people and they've given to me. And I think we have to remember, even with money being tight, that it's something to get community and have big community too, or to show up.
No, they want to answer that. Hey, girl.
I'm dead.
You did it on it. Okay. Well, I think the next part to it too is now that we have that one individual person, maybe that's that one person that you can mentor, that you are being a mentor or a mentee of. But we also talked about, but we also place emphasis on community, like in the larger aspect, like what we're doing right now with Carefree Black Girl. Hazell, you made a great point in life. I moved here 3 years ago, and it was easier for me to find community out of community because my soldiers, the people in my unit, we were all the time doing the same thing. We woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, EPC. We did our job, then we went home, and it was a lot easier for me to create community and find like my little group of people. But I feel like maybe some of us can relate to like adult friendships and how it's not as easy to create and curate those relationships, especially when you've moved away from home, or you moved away from what you know, or you just started a new job and all the things. But I just finished reading this book that's kind of helping me to realize like it's not gonna be easy, and we gotta get out here and do things like this to engage with people and also be diverse, like not waiting for people to come up and talk to you and introduce themselves to you. Like, it's okay if you like that girl's shoes, and our girl's shoes, they look like, you know, and tell them your name and tell them what you're doing. You really never know. Like, literally, I can tell you right now that I went to a community event some years ago and met one of my really good friends who's in the audience, Lorraine, girl. And we have been connected for years now because of that event. And we were sitting at the same table. We introduced ourselves to each other. We work together. She has a nonprofit called the Pillars of Hope Inc. And I go through it and I help her out with that stuff. And we just grew together through years of just connection. And that started at events like this, like Carefree Black Girl, like Friendship, like festivals and all the things. But it also started because we said hey first. So I'm just like, wanting to share that story to encourage us to get to know our neighbors. Y'all probably sitting next to somebody I don't know right now, or meet in some of these vendors that you may not know. Talk to them, follow them. I'm pretty sure there's something that y'all have in common that y'all can do out there.
Yeah.
Have y'all had similar situations or any advice for the girls who want to build community here in the Charlotte area too? But it's just been life in general.
Oh yeah, I feel like obviously I'm a cosplayer. I love dressing up in a little costume.
Thank you.
Like I have met some of like the great people. I probably did. I mean, into North Carolina for my doc program in 2021. 2022, I was a part of an organization called Black Lady, where we had and friend and feeling for all of your bro. And like we met in the in person for the birth time. It was like a family reunion, and that was like years ago. And so I actually was at a convention last week, and we had like a little photo shoot, and it's like we've been doing this for 3 or 4 years. We help people through marriages and moving, through divorces. We crowded flooded for people. It's gone beyond just like ripping up and meeting up. Right. But it all started with like me just joining the group. And I almost didn't, because sometimes you think you're too serious for community or for fun. You're like, I don't work, I got school, I got this, I got that. But it was like literally, I can just literally sit and you and then I would have never did that. I'm probably never be here. Because that's what started my whole therapy journey. So, you never know. Somebody you can just meet or just join the group could really change the directory of your life and really open you up to things you want to do. And, the worst thing they can say is no, we already agree. But in plenty of Black girls, so you will find some that you leave for. I deal with as while we're talking about how to show up for each other, female and a trans woman, how can Black cis women be better in community with you all? Even real beyond here, like you're pretty good. And I feel like, well, I don't need to change, but I feel like, it's not all, but with certain, that hurt now. Every day, I feel like that's just the big thing about it. It's just being revenge. I know in all Black families, there's always that one little cousin that act a little fool. And instead of trying to hide it and kind of change that person's attitude out of stage and try to be a little open, not equal to their kids at the end of the day. But I just I go, just being more open and accepting, I don't think I come here today, I met Kwana on, a chill one lane. Well, no, girl, my girl begins to thank you. I met Kwana and she introduced me to this platform. I did not know how to build being next to these two beautiful ladies next to me. And I didn't know how I would build being in the space. I didn't know how open they would be to me, but they were very open. And, I didn't think I could be up there talking right now if it wasn't for Kwana. Believe this, hey girl, I think it was a great one, a podcast, and I'm just find you, and I didn't know how to feel, being a trans woman, coming up here to a Black woman topic, but I got at least feel I am part of the community as well, too. So that's what just for, women for being more open, that's just being open in the door. And I wanted to bring it up because I feel like it's something we do need to address, Black trans women are Black ladies, and we shouldn't be there has to be a break where we can really show up for each other, but we have to have those conversations first. Because there are other Black trans women to hear that they open it and seeing here, folks with that as well. But also so that, those of us with this perfect often with our part. Because I know any of them a little trash. It's friends. Oh, fool.
No, seriously though. No, I love all that because I think openness in general just helps you to find your people in your community. Because if you're closed off, it's very difficult for people to, engage with you, get to know you for who you are. And I think that's the main point is to take out everything else and just get to know that person for exactly for who they are. And that's being curious, asking questions, and, limiting or not judging people from what you see, how they look, or, what they say. I think explanation is also super important when it comes to building community and finding a child. Shout out to community building. Shout out to community building. Be serious about other people. Nobody's so cool about. There's a lot of terrible people out there, but for every terrible person, there's a good person. For every damn person I've met good people that have been so I definitely think that just be curious about other people. Your discernment, they'll protect you. You'll know when to back off, but also don't be so you're in the way you close yourself off. So people can really go. And then anybody that wants to ask a question or get a statement about the community as a viable platform, don't be shy. Don't be shy. You got something to say? Even regular G. Oh, is it close? We're paired. Well, yeah, we are. I'm definitely gonna be on there and all this feeling. I just want to bring on and our community. I think another thing is don't shrink. Take off today. Then always, no matter what stage is you or extended, we your authentic self. For you have the bravery that come out. I know that Miss Hall. And I can't even imagine what your process was to have to be able to embrace your true authentic self. So the fact that you've created a community or people to support it gives us perspective. So I just encourage everyone, whoever you are, whatever you're traveling with, we all navigate. Don't be afraid to take up space and show up in that space. Your people will find you. Don't change things. Be accepted. All right? That's all I'm here for. Thank you. Oh, one of the creator you walk ready. What do you mean?
Well,
Any other comment, questions? Oh, here's the creator. All right, y'all. So I just want to leave y'all with some homework. Find somebody that you don't know here today, introduce yourself to them. Okay, maybe follow them. Like anything. Don't got any friends, but time me for whatever you know. So find somebody that you don't know, say hello to them, dance with them, do whatever you do. Be you. And then also check out some of these vendors as well. Because I know for me, I got business out there with my head, and they doing the daggone thing right now. So it's not mentorship, just walking up to their business table, you know what I mean? So take advantage of this moment and make the most of it. And so we're gonna move on. Yeah, Hazell, we're gonna do.
all right. And we're going to have a little bit more fun after we got that serious comedy. So we are going to play my favorite game of No, you're going to say something on quote an infamous black woman had said, and you guys are going to get who thing.
You can yell it out, you can raise your hand, you can do whatever. But we want y'all to be deep into your reality TV, the celebrity core that you might have.
Black culture.
And queer, you can pull out who we're talking about. They love what they think.
Right. So the first one is going to be when black women support each other, incredible things happen. A. Tracy Ellis Brock. B. Michelle Obama. Or C. Lisa Ray.
Who said that? Just me. B.
Michelle?
Michelle Pill.
Michelle.
Tracy. Great. Oh, look at that. Turn around.
Ethan.
Baby, something good. Let's get into this thing.
Okay. So that he never and everybody like that.
Down me. For a long down me. Okay?
It's plenty of things.
Even for everybody playing. I'll do the next one. Okay. So the next one is, we cannot do it alone. Our power is in our collectivity. A is the Audrey Lloyd. And we do real okay. B, Angela Davis. Or C, Brittany Packnett Cunningham. Angela Davis. I got Angela Davis over here. Everybody else can guess? Going one. So Angela too. Okay, going flying Andy. Jordan. What you have? Okay. Piggybacking off the group. Oh. Okay. Well, the answer for that is A.
How to low.
Yeah, let it play the actual blueprint, baby. Okay. So let's see what the quote. Okay, let me reiterate. We cannot do it alone. Our power is in our collectivities. I believe this to be true. Very true. So you got the third one. Yeah, Penny Flat.
Okay, this one says black women are the only people in my life who have consistently shown up without demanding explanation. So is that A, Bell Grit, B, Solange Knowles, or C, Tarine Burke?
Solange, we got Solange over here. C. Okay, you're and for those who don't know, Tarana Burke is the founder of the We See movement. And so I think that's a pretty dope quote, especially knowing that the work that she does. Hearing you.
Okay.
And then we question. Then if you want to say the next frame next. Okay, so our next section is, who is your go-to philanthropist? So when you think of the black woman you need to encourage you, the black woman who just holds you in your corner, and don't be shy, because we gonna come around, don't ask y'all
And I right now, but y'all getting ready. So where we go? I know for me, it is definitely my mother and my they have seen me through. I love my mom. I always joke she's my little best friend now. She used to say she wasn't, but now she's here. I look at the church bill, little bit of prayer. And so I think those are my whole one of my best friends, my best bro, many of which I had about a child grew up with me, been very active and stated in my life. So I know for a fact when I call on them or if I ever need them, it'll be there for a fun. I'm like, wow. Well, girl, you just a bit me. My best friend is fine. And I love you, girl. I didn't forget. Fine is the odd thing. It's not about for one thing. What's in the bottom? Kneeling for women. For real. See, black woman. See, they don't run. That nigga want to be a... Yeah, hello. My black girl there. I was in my mom, I won't do it with her. You know what? I love baby. Anyway, CV. You know, we need all over with it. Right, and girl, and people have fun. Take my brother. This is how oh, so I need, you know, figure it out. You know what? I'll need some great woman therapy. You know, when you got therapy, you know, paying for arguing to me, and then making sure that we are making the things that are good and what. Thank you. Take what therapy, but that's not training to be. I am the fully benefit healing market. No in here. You will not put that. That is right how it is. That's perfect. They could have been. You wouldn't get one. Okay, fix the friend. He didn't want to move. Do not clear me. And I was my daughter, but she don't bring them all. Name it in. One even. He really thinks the time. We just want to leave y'all with a quick affirmation. Okay. And if y'all wouldn't mind repeating after and we don't read them in order. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I am hell. I am yay. I am supported by women with me. I am supported by women with me. I do not have to carry everything alone. I do not have to carry everything alone. My presence in community is enough. My presence in community is enough. We all the out, and that's one of them. Do we all respect? And that's for everything ever. Yeah. All right, so I think I felt like we're still in there to this everything that we can't be black girls 5 Dan.